Yeah, I'm in the game trying to level up. Yeah, I'm in the game trying to level up. Yeah, I'm in the game trying to level up. These other haters, man, they trying to settle up.
Hello, and welcome to the 15th episode of Ninja Talk. The topic for tonight's discussion is Batman Hush, now available for streaming on HBO Max. My name is Eric, your host for tonight's episode, and I am joined by Mike.
What's good, y'all?
And Carl.
What's up, everybody?
So, without any further delay, let's get started. All right, y'all. So we all watched Batman Hush on HBO Max, part of the new 52. What are some of your thoughts?
Well, you already
ahead,
know.
Mike was loving this. He's like, oh.
Like I've said before, the DC animated movies don't miss. Come on now. It's another confirmed classic.
Hit after hit.
But nah, this is definitely one of my favorite DC movies in general, animated or live action. Batman being my favorite superhero, the story did its thing, you know what I'm saying? They did him justice.
Yeah.
I like the villain a lot. I like the little twist. I don't know if y'all know this, but it's based off a comic book, Hush, and then they changed it. This is not what happens in the comic book. I didn't read the comic book version. I've been meaning to forever, and I haven't, but I kind of like how they, twist things up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a very strong movie. 9, 10 out of 10, something like that.
You're just throwing 10s out of here, bro. Jeez, no, I'm kidding.
There's nothing really I can complain about. You know what I'm saying? There's this thing.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, man. I went into the movie not thinking that it wasn't gonna be that good, but it was actually really good. Like, I liked it. I like the character, the villain Hush, and just like how he pieced everything together. Like, he got so many villains incorporated. Like, you would have never even known that, like, he was the one controlling it all. You know what I'm saying?
So he basically pulled a Thanos, basically.
Kind of. Like, there are parts in the show where, like, some of the other villains were scared of him, and it was actually really dope, because I was like, damn, like, out of all of Batman's, like, arch nemesis and arch nemesises,
Nemesis.
would it be Nemesi? But anyways, out of all of his all of, like, the villains that you encounter in Batman, it's like this one I actually really like. I was like, oh snap, because like it kind of gave off like a mystery. You gotta figure out, oh wait, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? And just like Mike was saying, like, they had a twist from the comic book version, I believe, which threw me off at first, because there was a point in the beginning of the scene where Batman runs into his longtime friend Tommy Elliott.
Yeah.
And the whole entire time, like, that's Hush. And then in the end, it was like, that's not him. I was like, oh,
bro, it's funny that you say that, because as soon as we met, I was like, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, we found Hush, bro. We found Hush. Come to find out, nope. Like, oh, you thought you figured it out? Nah, no, you didn't. You didn't do that. So I was like, oh, plot twist. Heavy.
Big plot twist. But my question would be, why did they choose the Riddler? You know what I'm saying? Like, out of all the villains, Riddler. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was so special about him?
See, so from my opinion, from what I can tell, like, Riddler's straight trash, bro. He's like, he's like C level.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
So it's like, you know what? Let's take this garbage villain and just make him a badass real quick. and they did for like, that short sliver of a movie.
Right.
So I don't know, maybe just want to give Riddler a new light, just per se.
That's interesting.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I agree with the same thing. I think they just because when you think of Riddler, it's like, all right, who takes this dude seriously? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Nobody.
But yeah, so
get out of here with your trash ass riddles. No one got time.
Yeah. But I think when you look at Batman's roster of villains, like who has the brains to pull that off, I think like Riddler makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Why you say that?
Like, I mean, he's a smart dude.
Yeah.
Just in general. So I could see it makes sense to me that he has the brains to orchestrate, everything that he did in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
wow. That is very interesting because like homie got Superman involved in it, Kryptonite. Right. Like how do you find that out? Like how you know Superman's business?
He's a villain. They got networks.
Yeah. I don't know, but it was good though. I really liked it. My favorite scene, y'all already know. I love
the black scene. Yeah, I know.
Black scene.
I was watching. I was like, "Yo, this is probably gonna be Carl's favorite part."
Yo, man, I love scenes, man. I don't know, man. It's just I've always loved love scenes, and the fact that they put Batman together with Catwoman, I was waiting for that. I was like, damn. And then they had him reveal his true identity to her and everything. I was like, yo, this is it. This is
true love in the making, bro.
Right. I feel like the breakup could have been a little bit better though, because like she broke up with homeboy because he didn't want to kill.
Yeah.
And I was just like, she messed up.
Well, I mean, to that end, I feel like she kind of broke up with him because like he's so like caught up in his moral code to like not kill people or let them die if he can help it. Right. I feel like to a certain point I agree, but at like some points it's like, dude, you're gonna end up dying because of that.
Right. Yeah.
And that's just what she couldn't, handle.
Yeah, I think she realized like he's always gonna put the job first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like she was trying to go on vacation with the dude, and he's like, "Nah, I gotta be here. Gotham needs me." Right, she's like, "Yo, what about Nightwing, bro? Like you got Nightwing, you got Damian. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we go on vacation?" And he's like, "Nah, I can't." So I think watching him in action at the end like that was kind of like the final straw.
He's like, nah, he's not ready. What you mean, bro?
I was getting a Hawk and Dove type vibe from their relationship. You got the one hot-tempered one that's like ready to kill, and then you got the one good, like righteous one that's like, nah, there's another way we could resolve it. So it's definitely getting the Hawk and Dove vibe. I like that little Hawk and Dove duo. So I was like kind of hoping that it worked out with Batman and Catwoman, but hey man, I guess it didn't work out.
It's kind of destined to be alone forever.
Basically, when you're Batman, you just you got to put your job before everything else in your life. There's just no point of trying because you're gonna be alone. And I mean, and that kind of sucks because like low key they made like freaking kick-ass tag team. Like the scene that was taking out those fight, it was like, they was giving out them hands. It was like, oh shit. It's like they're finishing each other's sentences, but with fists. Like, damn, that's good. That's good. But I mean, I don't know, because I think in the original cartoon they kind of had a thing too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And multiple versions, you'll see Batman and Catwoman together.
Right.
I think even in the comic books, that's like a long time thing. Like they're on and off.
Right.
So, but I was excited to see like this movie rekindle their whole little on and off relationship. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool.
I think there was Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think there was an adaptation where they end up having a kid together.
Yeah.
But I guess that wasn't as popular as Batman and Talia al Ghul having Damian. So I wish they did make it as popular because I would love to see Damian meeting his half brother.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, you never know. They got like multiverses and different Earths and stuff. So
Right.
who's to say? You know what I mean? Who's to say?
And to that point, like at the end of the Dark Knight Rises, like it's probably like the one time you'll see Batman retire from being Batman and going off with Selena Kyle. You know what I'm saying?
And I it's actually really dope that although she's not really fully a hero, but she's also not, she's more of a villain than she is a hero.
Right.
She's an anti-hero, but the spectrum is more like a 60-40.
Mm-hmm.
But what I wanted to say was, I think it's really dope that she kept his identity a secret, as a side for using that and bending it, like using it to her advantage. Like, well, I know your identity. If we're not gonna be together anymore, I'm gonna go tell Joker who you really are. Something like that.
See, I mean, I feel like that wouldn't be in her character though, because she like genuinely loves him.
Right.
So I mean, I don't think, well, at least not in this movie. I don't think she's like vindictive in that way.
Or petty.
Yeah, exactly. She ain't petty as fuck, basically. She'd be like, well, you know, I love you, but this just isn't gonna work at the moment because you're just too glued to being Batman. I mean, but so I mean, like in this movie, we got like pretty much all the main villains in this one, which is pretty fire. It was like, oh shit, we're having a party right now. At first, the whole Poison Ivy Superman thing was a little surprising. I was like, isn't he supposed to be immune? And it's like, oh, it's a synthetic kryptonite. I was like, all right, that makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. I did like that whole Catwoman throwing Lois Lane off top of the building.
Yeah, that was actually really good. That was really good actually, because it's like it gives you a little bit of both of their sides.
Yeah,
Batman, he's dark. He's dark enough to do some messed up stuff, but not as dark as Catwoman is. Whereas she'll actually kill somebody. You know?
Do what it takes, whatever it takes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Batman, he probably just stopped short of just that line because that's just kind of guy he is.
Right.
I think they used that scene in Batman versus Superman. Instead of Catwoman, obviously it was Lex Luthor who threw Lois Lane off the Daily Planet.
Oh,
and Superman saves her.
That's actually very interesting. That they recycled that.
Yeah.
That like tactic. One bad guy we didn't get to see was Killer Croc, which the original adaptation of the whole Batman Hush like idea. It was in the beginning scene where they had Bane kidnap that little boy. I was reading somewhere that originally it was Killer Croc that kidnapped that little boy. So it's like that was actually kind of interesting that they kind of changed it up with Bane, and it makes more sense too the way that they kind of like scripted that in there, because it's like he got a new like dose of venom and he needed money to pay for it, and that was really good how they did that, because if they had did the Croc, how would they I'm like trying to like wonder like how they would have done that, you know what I'm saying, if they have stuck to the original story.
Spin it so that Killer Croc's narrative fits into the movie.
Right.
That makes sense.
I also think Bane's like a more popular character now, off the Dark Knight Rises.
Wow, that's crazy. Like it only takes one theater movie to make a bad guy popular.
Yeah. Like no one was talking about Bane before that movie.
Yeah, and Hardy did his thing, bro. He put it down.
That's facts.
I mean, like I said, that Hardy he knocked that out of the park. But I mean, it's like when I first saw him, I was like, "That's Bane." Like that don't. It's not the Bane I remember,
Mm.
but it was still good. So good. I
Right.
enjoyed it.
And you could see like other adaptations of like stories where you hear like the League of Assassins and like Talia al Ghul. They'll always incorporate Bane in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so what did y'all think of the little tidbit of Damian Wayne interrogating Bruce in the Batmobile?
That was hilarious.
Wait, repeat the question.
You know the scene where Damian Wayne calls Bruce as he's getting ready to go on a date with Selena Kyle.
Right.
And all that the ish that he's seeing.
Yeah. that was kind of funny. Like yo, he was not trusting. He's like, yo, Dad, don't trust these hoes.
He's like, oh, I can understand if you're just using her to blow off some steam in certain ways, if you know what I mean. I was like, oh, okay. Damian has no chill. He just gets straight to the point.
Facts.
I dig that.
He was like, you got poor choice in woman, including my mother. I was like,
homeboy is just straight dissing his mom. No respect.
Although I am grateful for being here. Oh man. Nah, that was hilarious. I like Nightwing too. I like him.
Yeah. I mean, I think we pretty much seen the most, like, the Bat family. A good, like the core Bat family.
Right.
So was that Nightwing, Robin, Damian,
they have Batgirl. Yeah.
I was wondering, where was Jason Todd and Tim Drake?
Because I don't know if they like straight chill in Gotham like that though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Him Drake doesn't get included that much.
Right.
So
which
is
really interesting that they don't talk about him much, because they gotta put some respect on my boy, bro.
Respect.
He's like the forgotten Robin. It's like, okay.
You know who's the forgotten Robin? That girl.
The
one that comes after Tim Drake. Mm-hmm. But she like dies. So that's probably why nobody even. Yeah, she like dies.
Huh.
That's why I think there was one scene where Flash was dissing Batman. He's like, yo, bro, literally every Robin that came under your wing flopped.
Except for Nightwing, because he pretty much became his own superhero. I mean, hero, not superhero.
Yeah. They all became their own thing technically. Like, you got Jason Todd, he ended up becoming Red Hood. You got Tim Drake, he became Red Robin. Everybody becomes their own thing, except for Damian. Damian. I mean,
he's still young.
Yeah, he's still young. Yeah.
So, I mean, he's Robin. He's chilling with the Titans. So I am curious to see like where his future endeavors take him. If he's gonna go back to, the League of Assassins, or just keep the Robin, Robin persona, or split out to something else like Nightwing and
right.
Red Robin, Red Hood.
That'd be really dope.
Yeah.
And not even to like get off of the topic of Batman Hush, but literally right after I watched that, I watched Dark Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
And in that one they showed, so technically after they try to invade Apocalypse, Darkseid's planet, and they flopped, Damian goes back to living with the League of Assassins, back with with his origins, where he came from, and he ends up taking up the mantle of becoming the I forgot what they call them, but
the Demon's Head.
Yeah, there we go.
That's cool.
I might have to check that out.
I can see that.
I mean, he has the personality for it. Mm-hmm. Seems like homeboy is willing to do whatever it takes to get the mission done. So that means killing included.
Right.
And shit, it's the League of Assassins, so killing is part of the job.
He kind of gets a little soft though. Like
well, I mean, when you're hanging around with Batman for a hot minute, I mean his morals kind of rub off on you.
True.
Like, we don't kill. Like, motherfucker, maybe you don't, but I do. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
that's like, don't get me wrong, I love Batman. But it's like sometimes it's like, dude, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me. But that being said, I feel like if Commissioner Gordon didn't stop him, he might have killed Joker.
Fact.
He might have. I was like, oh shit, is he gonna go all the way? He might. I was like, disappointment. But I feel like if he had done that, then he wouldn't be the Batman that we all know and love anymore.
Right.
So, I think I'm more excited about knowing that he has that in him versus him actually doing it.
Right. Which is definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
Random side note.
Yeah.
Most of Batman's like arch nemesis, whatever the word is, nemesis, whatever the word is. You notice most of them are professors.
Yeah.
Like Killer Croc, Scarecrow, was that his name? Scarecrow?
Yeah, Scarecrow was.
Joker.
Was Joker a doctor?
I think he was before.
Harley Quinn was.
I know Harley Quinn's a doctor, but I thought Joker was just like, because I've read a few different like origins for him. He was like a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
He was working like a dead-end factory job or something or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think Dr. Freeze was a professor.
Yeah.
Most of them were professors.
Poison Ivy.
Yeah, Poison Ivy. Like most of them were like doctors or professors or whatever. It kind of blew my mind. Cause like, oh, it's not. That's kind of dope.
Like, so basically, what you're saying is the smartest people are the most dangerous.
True. That's actually a really good way to look at it when you think about it. You know what I'm saying?
I never made that connection before. That they're all professors.
Before now.
Never really crossed my mind.
Like, yeah, Mike was too engaged into the action. Like, oh, punch him in the face. And I don't blame you. Honestly, I thought Batman was he was about to be like MIA when he like fell off that bat grapple. It's like, damn, he got messed up.
I was like, oh, my boy is not surviving that one. I thought like he was gonna pull out another grapple and save himself.
I did too.
It made that boy hit the ground. I was like, oh.
I guess he didn't have enough prep time. Apparently.
They treated him like Conor McGregor.
Who I heard he got his ass beat. So I don't know. I didn't watch the not to get off topic, but I didn't watch the fight. I know he got beat up.
McGregor's soft now, bro.
Oh,
yeah, bro. You should see how he broke his ankle. It's like
he broke his ankle.
He broke his own ankle.
How do you do that, bro? You soft, nigga. Like, go drink some milk, bro.
Yo, he needs some milk.
What's funny is Logan Paul was like talking trash. Was like, yo, McGregor, you better win tonight's fight because if you don't win that $50K, I can't offer you $50K no more. And I was like, damn. And then he lost. Now homie's looking at him like, now you're gonna be talking even more trash.
Oh man.
And Logan Paul, bro. Well, I mean, I have to give some credit too, because apparently, he does some like, heavy training and shit like that. So kudos to him. He's a little bitch, but kudos to him.
Yo, you see, he finds our video, he hits us up. Yo, I'm trying to fight.
Like, no, it's not what I said, though.
I said you're the witch. It's slang. It's slang for the best winner.
But back to Batman. I'm curious to see with this new Batman movie coming out, and if they're using Riddler, I wonder if they're gonna draw inspiration from this movie a little bit. Just like making Riddler a more
an appealing villain.
Yeah.
Get him off that C list.
Yeah.
That he stays on.
Yeah.
I hope so. That would be really good. Like,
Yeah.
to kind of see him in a new light, like put some respect on his name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why not? I mean, revamping all these characters from all the different, iterations of the movie, might as well take Riddler, one of the lesser known villains, kind of like let's kind of give him this new light, make him seem, like more of a threat.
Right.
So
I am excited. I think that's 2022 or something.
Damn.
Like late 2022 or something.
Damn.
Yeah. Bro.
They gonna tease us like that?
Yeah. Pretty much, bro. This late 2022 shit, like, really?
Chances
really,
are,
dude? Come on.
it'll get pushed. It actually says March 2022.
Oh, okay.
That's not that far.
Nah. That's not.
We shall see.
Here's the hope and nothing pushes it back.
Facts.
I mean, because low key, I am kind of excited to see what Robert Pattinson brings to the Batman.
I think it's gonna be good. Like, I don't know if y'all watched that trailer a while back, but it's definitely dark.
I might have a glimpse at it, but I might have to rewatch it.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely dark, and I think it'll be good. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Word. As long as there's no like twinkling vampires or werewolves.
Man, I'm all for it, bro. Let it go, bro. Let it go. Twilight was a long time ago.
No, I know. I'm just joshing. I'm just.
Oh, that's who's playing Riddler?
No, he's playing the Batman.
Oh.
I'm I like him as an actor. Like, what you did at the beginning of your career, it is what it is. Everybody gonna start somewhere, right? That's where he started. So it was that in Harry Potter. So
he was in Harry Potter?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was Cedric Diggory.
Wow,
that's
interesting.
Yeah, he was ended up dying in the fourth movie. He got his limited time in the spotlight, and then I'm getting killed by he who must not be named. Well, technically, he got killed by Wormtail, but that's a whole different job. Let's just get back.
But I peeped Robin Pattinson in the movie Tenet that came out not that long ago. He was solid in that, so I was like, all right,
So about that movie, like, I mean, I think I got like an hour in. I'm just like, yo, this shit, I can't. I don't know why. It's just like I could follow what was going on, but it just wasn't sticking with me. I was just like, yo, what is this movie, bro? That being said, he did play his part.
So first of all, the interesting part about that is the movie is directed by Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan directed the Batman trilogy that we all love.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got the old Batman director and the new Batman in the same movie. Feel me?
Word. Yeah.
But Christopher Nolan's known for like all these twists and like deep movies. Mm-hmm. So that's what Tenet is. Like,
he's fucking with my mind.
Exactly.
I was like, yo, what is going?
Exactly. He's gonna mess with your head.
Yeah, I was like, God damn. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have to try to watch this another time because I can't. It was late. And I was trying to follow everything. I'm like, you know what? I just can't.
Time travel right now. Time travel is always
it's always a mind. Like, it's a mess. It's always a mess.
So if that happens, but that happens, wait, dude was fighting himself. Like what?
Yeah. Like, yo, you're not shooting the bullet, you're just catching it. What do you mean? Like, what? No. That's not how any of this works.
That being said, Christopher Nolan is the best director. I don't care what anybody says.
We have to have some choice words. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think Hush was getting it done.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I find it hard to believe that like the Riddler was able to cause like such an uproar that he could break into the League of Assassins just to use the Lazarus Pit. I'm like, so y'all telling me y'all not organized enough to know what's going on? Right. That part, I was just like, Okay.
They kind of glossed over that. They were like, yeah, and he got into the Lazarus pit. I was like,
oh,
how?
Okay.
Mind you, this dude was, had a brain injury and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, how did he get in?
It's like, okay. So and I mean, let's back up. I know he's smart. He's smart as hell. But you gonna really tell me he came out with like this big ass plan to cause so much emotion, like no one caught on till after the fact? Like, come on. I find that hard to believe. I really do. Y'all supposed to be assassins, sticking to the shadows and all this. And y'all let the Riddler out of everybody.
Everybody, bro.
Exactly. Get into your compound. Like, come on now. That's that's crazy.
Wild. The wildest.
Yeah, it really is. Like, so you're telling me you just let a C-lister get up into this A-list party,
man.
like, and no one could stop him?
I also like the part where he like right at the end, he kind of like predicted all of Batman's moves.
Yeah.
He was like, he's about to find his transmitter, realize it's 10 miles, a 10-mile radius. From there, he's gonna do this, do that, do this, and he'll be here in like 60 seconds.
See, that just goes back to the fact that dude is hella smart. He's like, well, the probability of this happening is, let me calculate that on my calculator real quick. We'll be here any minute. Oh.
Like before they showed like the Watchers that Hush was Riddler. Like I was piecing everything together properly. I was like, yo, it has to be Tom. It has to be Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it come on. How does he know so much about Batman? Like it has to be him. And then when they get to the interrogation room, he's like, yeah, it's the Riddler. I'm like, wait, what? How they do that? And then they slide in the whole Lazarus pit part, and they're like, yeah, when I was in the Lazarus pit, everything made sense. My hardest riddle, who is the Batman? I finally answered my hardest riddle. I'm like, dang, nice cover up.
Yeah, I also like he was smart enough to like use Clayface.
Yeah.
And got Clayface arrested instead of himself.
Right.
So I like that.
I mean, that was like a little.
Let me throw them off my scent by showing a fake Riddler. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, like that. Let me just sweep up these footprints, lead them in a different direction. But of course, Batman, who's also smart, it's like, nah, that's not the Riddler. Do that fucking battering, slicing his neck. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, I feel like Hush, aka Riddler, he already knew that Batman was gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like 2 steps ahead, like the whole time.
Right.
Which I mean, it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to outsmart Batman because he has prep time.
Right.
And it's hard to beat prep time.
Truth.
As we all know.
Truth.
Yeah, it goes back to what I was saying about villains in that villain episode we did. That that Riddler won some battles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He at least killed Tommy along the way.
Right.
Oh man. And he was smart enough to make us think like, okay, like he kind of has the upper hand. Like, is Catwoman gonna survive this? You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I mean, at one point I was like, oh shit, she about to die. And she gonna die. There's no way she getting out of this. But I was wrong. I was like, thankfully. But I enjoyed that.
They gave her that meme.
You almost got me. Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, I'm not gonna say Riddler's iconic because he's really not. He's not. I just go back to C-list. I can't stress that enough. But like you said, I mean, he did win some battles, like kind of like most of the battles. But I mean, he didn't win the one that counted the most.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. there was a few times he got in those good shots. Like, oh shit, Batman about to die from blood loss. But of course, Batman plot armor. He's like, nah, I'm not losing this. And then Catwoman coming out of nowhere with the save. Again, plot armor. So yeah, in the end, like I said, it did look a little dicey there for a few seconds, a little dicey, but in the end, hero pulls through as always.
Right.
Unless we're talking Infinity War. Anyway, back to DC. Yeah. It was a good watch. I thoroughly enjoyed the ride.
For sure.
One thing I didn't pick up on as we were watching, maybe I missed it, but how did Batman know that Superman was under control? Because he had them kryptonite knuckles ready, the jewelry as they called it.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if he knew. I don't even know. Maybe he had some kind of inkling
Right.
after meeting him and Lois in the Daily Planet. Maybe something he said or something. He said maybe I don't know.
I
But
think
maybe he just wanted to pack him just in case.
I think they pieced like a lot of stuff ahead of time. Like there were points where when he was in the Batcave with Dick, they were like piecing things together. Like, yo, how did this happen? This that. There was a point where they found out that it wasn't really Joker that killed Tommy. It was somebody else. So because they were running a bunch of investigations.
Right.
So I feel like maybe if I remember correctly, I think they ran an investigation. So it was because
was that afterwards? No, after they were in Metropolis.
I think it might have been before. No, after. Yeah, after he went to Metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of forgot, to be honest. I'm gonna be real honest with you. But Batman, he run an investigation, so
world's greatest detective.
Right. That prep time. No, Batman can be anybody with prep time. So
they say Tim Drake is a better detective.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've never seen Tim Drake in action. He doesn't show up in any animated movie.
None. Zero.
So I don't read the comic. I haven't read a Tim Drake comic. So I don't know. He's like I said, he's the forgotten Robin.
High key.
Go pick up Red Robin issue number 1.
But if he is a better detective, I would love to see it.
I'm Batman versus the Bat Family 1v1. Who's the better detective, Red Robin or Batman? Go. Yeah, but so back to that guy, like I said, I think maybe he was like, yo, we're going to Metropolis, pack them shits just in case. I gotta give Batman and give Superman the hands. Like I said, I mean, if Poison Ivy's in Metropolis, you probably know she's gonna go after somebody, a scapegoat to protect her or whatever, get done what she needs to do. So.
Oh yeah, now I remember. He was running investigations because whatchamacallit, after he went to Metropolis to visit Superman and Lois Lane at their job.
Yeah.
He went to go see Lex Luthor.
Yep.
And that's when Lex Luthor told him about that underground tunnel. And then he used it to go hide because he already knows there's no hiding from Superman. This dude could see through buildings. So yeah, I think he already knew ahead of time that they was trying to use Superman as a pawn for their thing. So he was steps. Hush was steps ahead of him, but he was kind of creeping up on him. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
He just didn't know who was running it all.
That scene was funny too with Lex Luthor. He was like, "Bro, it's 3 a.m. What are you doing, bro?
Justice doesn't sleep."
Dog, you serious?
Hit him with the "There's no sleep for the there's no rest for the wicked."
Oh man.
But it was like, "Yo, I'm part of the Justice League. You're a temporary member. Don't call us. We'll call you." Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm actually really mad they put Lex Luthor in the Justice League. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, I gotta see the movie that came out before this one. I don't remember that.
I think it was Cyborg Superman or something like that.
Yeah, it says something like that. Something Cyborg, and he saved them from Cyborg and Superman. I was like, oh, okay. I'll have to go back and watch that. It's like, because I kind of want to see that Cyborg as a villain.
Oh no, not Cyborg, the Justice League character, but like robotic Superman.
I got you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
But he's also in Dark Apocalypse, and he's like with the team when they're getting ready to infiltrate Darkseid's planet, Apocalypse. Yeah. And he's just chilling on the front lines with them. I was like, oh snap. Damn, Lex.
Okay. That
his color scheme was terrible though. Green and purple. Come on, man.
He's trying to be Barney, bro. What you mean?
I didn't like his voice actor in this movie. He sounded like mad soft.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I didn't like how they who they used to voice Darkseid. Like you could tell it was a black person voicing Darkseid. It's like, like you got a black person voicing a villain. Man, I'm gonna want to dap you up. Like I'm not gonna want to like hate you. You feel me? You want to hate the villain, but this villain, he's like my homie. I'm gonna dap him up.
Hey, yo, Ninja, give me a hug. Come on, let's go. Bring it in.
For real.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I gotta watch more of these DC New 52 movies, and I think I might have watched like a few, but it's been so long. Yeah, I don't really remember.
Same here.
Like a lot of them, but I mean, like I said, they're all supposed to like cascade into one another, so definitely be interesting to catch up on all of them again.
But I'm curious to see what they will do with the next Batman movie. Who's going to be the big baddie? Who else are they going to incorporate? I mean, we already got to see Nightwing, part of the Bat family. Damian. Are we going to see other people? Like, I was looking into like the whole Bat family because there was a couple faces that I noticed in Young Justice that I was like, who's that?
Yeah.
And I was like, just looking into it, I was like, oh, damn, I didn't know the Bat family was actually that big. So it's like, just curious to see if they will like kind of incorporate those people into like more of the films.
They also have Batwing. There's a there's an animated movie. It's a really good one. It's called like Bad Blood or something like that. Yeah, Bad Blood. It has like pretty much the whole Bat family in it.
Oh wow.
It's on HBO Max.
I have to check it out.
Yeah. But yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do next as far as like animated movies go. Like, can we get like a whole Nightwing movie? That'd be dope.
I think they're working on one. Like, they've been kind of like trying to put more respect on like the proteges, like the Nightwings, the Calderon. Like, I think they started a comic book line for Aqualad, well, Aquaman now. But so I mean, that's good. I mean, I can't wait till like they start making movies about these guys.
Right. I feel like they just pump them out.
Right.
Might as well, bro. You got that downtime.
Facts.
You ain't coming on with no hits lately, so I'm just saying.
I really like how they did Nightwing and Titan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Titans though.
Yeah, it was very believable. I like how they had him like have that like schizophrenia of Batman. He's like fighting his demons.
For sure.
That was pretty good because like, you know,
You said F Batman. He got some issues he needs to figure out.
Yeah, I like.
But I was just looking up a quick thing on Batwing. So, but basically, he's like kind of like a Batman Beyond type dude, and like that's like the first time he's been introduced outside of the comics, apparently.
Okay.
So I might definitely have to check that out too.
Interesting.
They
also have Bat Kid.
I don't know Bat Kid.
Bat Kid is in one of the movies. Supposedly, Jason Todd becomes Red Robin, and Tim Drake becomes Bat Kid. And I was so upset when I saw that. I was like, "Yo, type of disrespect."
Sounds
it's just that's just terrible name. Like
it really is. Like that's not gonna strike fear to nobody. Hey, look, it's Bat Kid. Like, oh, you didn't say it right. I'm pretty sure I did. You're not scaring anybody.
But back to Batwing, they're introducing him in the show Batwoman.
Oh, okay.
He's actually in Batwoman, the show, they made him Lucius Fox's son.
Luke Fox.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah, that's another show I've been meaning to check out, but
it's not the greatest. I mean, you could watch it. Like it's not a must watch, but you're not gonna like regret watching it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like background. Something you could put on in the background, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, let me put this on while I, text people.
While I'm multitasking, doing other things. Yeah. Like look up for a quick second. Oh, okay. Go back down.
Yeah, they ended up recasting Batwoman.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, they have Ruby Rose, and she quit the show because she was injured, and she had surgery and never like fully healed from it, and she was like, I can't do the show. So they ended up going with a new Batwoman, which was solid, not wrong with her. But it's like they didn't finish the first Batwoman storyline, so it's like feels convoluted a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, but in the comics, didn't they wasn't the mantle of Batman passed down a few times?
I'm sure it was. Probably.
Yeah.
So I think in that respect it's fine, but I don't know. But it's never good to just leave one person's story hanging on the cliff and just bring somebody in, pretend like the first one didn't exist. Right. Like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah, from like a writing standpoint, I mean, they probably did the best they could. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
It's like we didn't get any closure from that first story though. But it's an okay show. I put him at the bottom of my CW shows list.
The Flash #1.
From now.
Whoa.
I'm telling you, that Superman show is creeping
All right,
up.
bro, I gotta watch it then. Because this is like the second time you done said it. So I definitely gotta watch it.
Man.
All right, gents. Let's get some final thoughts going. Go ahead, Carl. I know you want to start.
Honestly, I was hoping Mike went first. And I just piggy off of what he said. But I guess I'll try to do something. Final thoughts. I mean, I really liked the movie. It was really good. I liked the whole like design of the character. I thought he was really cool. I was like, just like before they like showed us that it was written, I was like, yo, this dude's dope. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen like Batman get a run for his money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, it's Batman. Who's getting steps ahead of Batman? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was really cool to see, this character and the design of it. I'm curious though to see how they play him off in the comics though. Like, is it similar? Do they still have him like? Is he still like steps ahead of Batman? Like whenever they encounter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, do they kill him off? Like, is he like a regular bad guy? You know, like how Joker's like a regular bad guy. Batman runs into every now and then. Yeah, reoccurring. There we go. That's the word. Is he like a reoccurring villain that Batman has to deal with? Like, I'm curious to see what they how they play Hush off in the comics, and I'm curious to see if they will incorporate him in anything else, and how will they do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, will they make him like for example, let's say like Young Justice or something? Like, will they ever would they introduce him to something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yo, he's a bad guy and he's like doing like grand scheme type of villainy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. To piggy off what Carl said, no. But yeah, Batman Hush. So I got the comic in my bookshelf downstairs. I never picked it up. I think I found it at like a yard sale, a thrift store or something. And I was like, bet.
Hold up. So you got the comic. You ain't never done read it? You never read it.
Go get it right now.
I'm getting to it. Okay.
Read that. No.
But yeah, I think I found it somewhere and I was like, bet, let me just go ahead and snatch this up for like $1.
Buy it, but not read it. You just let it collect dust on my shelf.
Man. But Hush, I think the only other time I've seen Hush is in a video game. I forget which exact video game. I think it was either Arkham Knight or Arkham Origins. No, it wasn't Origins. I think it was Arkham Knight. And Hush in that, he's like pretending to be Batman's twin. I believe pretending to be Bruce Wayne's twin, if I remember that correctly. So I think that's how the original story is supposed to be.
Wow.
Some guy intimidating Bruce Wayne. But yeah, like I said, this movie's, fire. Probably one of my favorite DC animated movies. Quick plug. If y'all like this movie, there's this animated series on HBO Max called Beware the Batman. I've discovered it like last weekend. Fire. Show's fire. Just throwing that out there.
How many episodes?
Like 22. Every episode's like half hour, something like that.
Who did they incorporate into the show?
You got Batwoman. His sidekick is not a Robin, it's like this woman named Katana. That's her code name. And villain wise, they got Killer Croc. You'll see Killer Croc, you'll see Slade, and a couple other familiar faces.
Word.
It's a pretty good watch.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
I like it better than the 90s animated series.
Word.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good watch.
Is Katana that girl from The Outsiders?
I feel like they made her up for this show because she's like an Asian woman. I don't remember seeing her.
Okay, yeah, she's from The Outsiders.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's interesting that they did it like that though.
Yeah. But yeah, Batman, long live Batman, best villain. I mean, best superhero.
It's the best.
My mind's still on the last episode. My fault.
What's that?
Oh man. But yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. So, Batman Hush in all its glory. I thought it was a pretty good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like we said from the villain episode, in this, I honestly thought Batman was gonna meet his end a few times. First, that fall that he took, and then a few times during the final battle when he was like, "Oh shit, it's Riddler! It's the goddamn Riddler!" Oh, you mean that C-list? No. So I mean, I thought a couple times he was gonna take out Batman, but of course That's when that plot armor kicks in and everything starts going Batman's way, of course.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, he had me for a second with Catwoman too. It was like, oh snap, you just killed, you got his best one of his, good friends killed. Then you gotta, get his like love interest killed. Like you're just trying to destroy this guy. You failed, but you did a good job. It was a good attempt. But I thought overall it was done well. Done well. I mean, I didn't really have no gripes with it, except that whole Lazarus pit thing. That was like,
Yeah,
really.
I agree.
Besides that, I mean, it was good. I gave it like a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. That whole Lazarus assassin thing, that took it down a whole number grade. Just saying. But overall, it's a very solid movie. Probably one of the best ones on HBO Max. But I mean, like I said, we'll probably watch more of them and get back to the best of the best. And future episodes. Look forward to it. All in all, would recommend. Solid watch. That, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. All of us here at Ninja Talk would like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to go follow us on Twitter at Ninja Talk 3. Follow our Facebook and Instagram pages at Ninja Talk the podcast. And be sure to check out our YouTube channel, where we will be posting even more content. Podcast episodes drop every Tuesday on Anchor and Spotify. So make sure you're subscribed to get upload notifications. Once again, my name is Eric, and this has been Ninja Talk.